Today is 6 May 2025. So Trump met with Canadian Prime Minister Carney today in the Oval Office. And Carney strongly stood up for Canada, telling Trump that Canada is not for sale. And good on him. Canada is not for sale. Normal, regular Americans who didn't vote for Trump and don't believe his MAGA garbage, I think the majority of Americans don't want to take over Canada. That's ridiculous. The Canadians are our friends. They are our allies. We love Canada. They are their own sovereign nation, and that's it. And Carney did a good job of being firm and saying Canada is not for sale, but doing it in a very diplomatic way by also saying, like the Oval Office, the White House is not for sale. It's not. Imagine if a foreign country came to the United States and said, we want to annex you. We want to take you over and make you a part of our region. That's the crap that Russia does. Ukraine, that's the crap that Donald Trump wants to do. And it's insane. And it's undemocratic. It's imperialistic. And it's nonsense. So, no. Canada is not for sale. And the majority of Americans don't want to annex Canada. We want to continue our partnership and friendship with Canada. The second thing here, of course, during that same meeting is Trump basically stating, I could make 25 deals right now. And besides, we don't even need trade deals. If others want a part of our market, they need to make the deals. That is complete and utter nonsense. Okay? These tariffs have absolutely, they're destroying the U.S. economy. We are exporting less. Our agricultural sector is getting hit hard because agricultural products that we usually export to allies and others, other countries that are not necessarily our allies, but we still do business with them, like China, we're not exporting. We're not importing goods, consumer goods, toys, house appliances, kitchen appliances, things like that. We're not importing those. And so it's hurting our economy. And when Trump says, we don't need these deals, they need these deals, they need to be a part of us. No, he's isolating us. We import a ton of goods. We import more than we export. Lumber, parts for vehicles, high technology type equipment, semiconducting equipment, things that go into cell phones, stuff like that. We're not going to be able to import without having trade deals with our partners and allies. And all the economists and everybody are saying we are about a couple weeks away from really seeing supply chain shortages because traders are not going to be importing all the goods that they normally do because they're going to get hit with these enormous tariffs. And the goods that do make it in are going to be a giant tax hike on us, the American people. We fit the bill. We're going to eat the cost of these tariffs. The big companies aren't going to. They're going to make their prices higher to offset the tariffs. So this is the largest tax hike probably in American history by Donald Trump. That's what a tariff is. Foreign governments don't pay the tariffs. We do. So Trump is nonsense. And just to go back to the 25 trade deals, he doesn't have any deals in the works. It's ridiculous. He's making this up because he knows that some of his MAGA base will believe anything he says. The Republicans in Congress are spineless and won't push back and be like, Trump, your trade policy is ridiculous. It's not even a policy. It's not even a strategy. It's insanity. It's one-off attacks against different countries. Trump wants to take us back to the early 20th century where we did bilateral trade agreements. We hadn't had a globalized economy yet. We hadn't had post-World War II globalized economy, globalized world. And so he wants to take us back to those times. That's never going to exist again. That kind of trade, that kind of world no longer exists. We're too interconnected. He doesn't seem to get this through his thick head. And Peter Navarro, who he brought on to help him with tariffs, doesn't know anything about tariffs. He wrote a book and made up stuff. But of course, Jared Kushner went and found, who would agree on, tariffs and trade policy with my father-in-law? Oh, here's this guy. And, it's ridiculous. Peter Navarro doesn't have any experience. This administration doesn't have any experience. Meanwhile, their decisions are severely damaging our economy and are going to hurt lower and middle class people. The majority of which MAGA are. Sorry, MAGA, you're part of the lower middle class. You voted for this. FAFO.